Stand-up's so hard.
It's
like you really have to want to do it. It's just painful.
Do you find it's harder than sketch comedy?
It's just
yeah, I think so.
You threw him in the blender with that one.
I think it is. I don't know. That's my experience.
I think it's more ego crushing than anything.
Yeah, for sure. Because at least if you're bombing in the sketch, you're bombing together.
Yeah. You're bombing.
But if you bomb on your own, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Even bombing online is much less painful than bombing in person. Because bombing online, like, no one saw it. So no one saw it. This is the most cameras per podcast I've seen. Like your cameras per capita on the podcast.
Yeah. 1-for-1 ratio right now.
Yeah. This is.
We usually don't have this many cameers.
Yeah.
This is the
sure you don't have this many cameras.
Well, not for these shoots.
Yeah.
Those are for other shoots. But welcome to the Down the Wire podcast, guys. We got 2 crazy guests in the building today. We got Neema Naz, Andrew Packer. You guys know him from Instagram, YouTube, Man News, Stupid News. You got it all here. Backpage News. We got a lot of news going on in this podcast right now.
A lot of news.
Yeah, you guys are in your comedy tour right now. Stopped in Ottawa. Welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah, we're pretty crazy guys. So.
I was going to say 2 wild and crazy guys.
Watch out, man.
My mom told me not to trust a guy in a fedora. So.
100%. Definitely don't
she
trust
told you fucking right, too.
Yeah. Heisenberg little motherfucker over here. You know.
He doesn't even have hair on the top of his head, man. He's just got the sides here. He's crazy.
And I'm not going
as
to take
fuck,
it off,
man.
so you won't know. That's it.
How's the tour been, man?
It's been great. It's been great. Yeah, solid. We just started the second half of the tour last night here in Ottawa, and 3 sold-out shows at Absolute Comedy in Ottawa, and it's been really fun. Honestly, the travel's been not bad. You know, usually the travel's the hardest part, but
we took the train.
Yeah, we took the train to Ottawa.
Smooth.
That's luxury.
The train was the best part. Yeah,
training's way better than playing, I think.
Oh yeah, so much more space, especially when a certain someone gets recognized and then we get bumped up into first class.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
All right. Okay.
She comes up to us. She's like, I love your videos. And then she walks away. And then she comes back. She's like, are you guys all together? And there's 3 of us there. And we're like, yeah. And she's like, come with me. Neema's like, are we in trouble? And I'm like, we just go now. What we do is we go.
Yeah. Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. You go.
Well, what are you guys doing when you're like touring Canada? Like, what's a day look like for you guys?
Well, pretty much like, at least on the tour, in the first half, we tried to have a routine of like every morning going to the gym. We try to go all together, and then just like have some, self time in the mornings. Maybe everyone has different methods.
Yeah.
Like you just
We like massage each other's shoulders.
Yeah. Sometimes do that. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Check each other for ticks.
100%,
Just make sure everyone's good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just like
touching.
dude stuff, like lather each other up in coconut oil.
100%.
Yeah.
We touch each other a lot.
Wash each other's backs because it's hard to do that by yourself.
100%.
I get it.
Especially if as a bigger
You
guy.
think
I
you be
can't
confident
reach
on stage with a dirty back? It's
No.
impossible.
Yeah, people will notice. People will notice.
Boys got to have your back, quite literally.
Yeah, literally, exactly. Yeah, and while on your back. Yeah. On their fours. Yeah. But no, yeah, we pretty much just do that, and then like we get lunch. We do some writing, some joke jams, like bounce off ideas of each other, and then pretty much just chill until we get ready for the shows at night.
Sweet. I feel like are stand-up comics like very like night hawks? Like, what time do you guys get up at? Because I feel like a show can go pretty late, especially afterwards. You guys are just staying up.
I mean,
Or you guys all business? You go do your set. That's it.
yeah, it's like, I mean, it's not funny to say this, but it is like, it's such a fun job that it's like probably like one of the most competitive jobs that like there's so much to be working on all the time, especially like the 2 of us with the social media game. Like it's kind of like 2 full-time jobs that we're doing at the same time, because some people just do social media and that's like a whole thing. So I'm not really like, I wouldn't call myself a night hawk, like, because I'm just like trying to get 8 hours but rarely getting 8 hours of sleep, and that's what I'm going for. But yeah,
we despite being comics, usually comedians are like night hawks. They're always up until like 4 a.m, 5 a.m, whatever. And I used to do that myself, just in my life regularly. But at this point, we're trying to do something bigger than that, and in order to do great things, you have to sleep earlier and wake up earlier. I don't know. That's how I truly believe in that now, right?
That's facts.
Now I
yeah.
do. Before I didn't. And so yeah, like I think we sleep fairly early, or even if we don't, we at least try to wake up early. Even if we have late nights, like I don't know, like 8 a.m., I don't know, 9 a.m., whatever it is, like. As opposed to before, like I would sleep until like 12, 1, 2 p.m. Like it's completely different. It's fucked. But yeah, I think it's important to wake up earlier so we can get more shit done for ourselves as like humans before we get into like the performer mode.
Yeah.
It's always easier to go to sleep and get up early when you got one of the boys to do it with too.
Yeah. Especially while we're cuddling too. Yeah. I'm like, hey, that's not my hand on my pants.
I was just gonna go back to that. You saying like, you're not only just like a stand-up comic, but you're also like an Instagram comedian. And we talk to a lot of artists, and like they'll say, I'm not a singer, I'm not a rapper, I'm not a musician, I'm like an artist, right? And you guys are doing two very different you're in two very different realms of comedy. So how do you kind of like describe yourself? Like, are you just a comedian, or
like what do you tell your friends, your mom's friends?
Yeah,
they ask what you do.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I used to be like really strict on like I'm a stand-up comedian, and like there's like a point of pride of that, of like I do stand-up, and stand-up is like one of those things. It's like just the pinnacle of being good at comedy, because you're going into a room making people laugh.
It's like battle rapping.
Yeah. It's like now you can't fake it. You have to do it, right? And but now, like, I mean, through the years, I kind of dropped that and like realized that, like, I mean, that like stand up is like boxing. It's like it's really tough to do. It's its own thing, but like it's kind of like the playing field seems more like MMA now, where it's like, you got to work on your boxing, your ground game, your jiu-jitsu, like, you got to work on all the different things. And as a comedian, you got to work on your stand-up. You got to work on your social media game. You got to work on your acting. There's like a full realm of things that make up what a great comedian is. So, yeah. In short, comedian.
Yeah.
Because you guys are killing the social media game. Like, how do you feel it complements like the stand-up world you guys are in?
I think it's great. I think if you're stupid if you don't do social media to help your stand-up at this point.
Well, when did you start? Because I feel like you did stand-up before you started doing
we both been
skits
doing stand-up before anything. Really. Like 7-8 years ago is when we started doing stand-up, and that was its own grind for so long, and also the content at the same time. At least for me, like I was doing YouTube from like 2014, and like obviously the first 5 years were shit. Like I don't know, like that, but it was great because I was getting those reps in early on.
10,000 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. And then like, it's going to be bad for the first little while, but then eventually you'll find your voice, you start improving your skills and your talents, and then you just find what works, and then all of a sudden something will hit. And I think it's proven, like even with him, like this guy's fucking killing it right now. This guy was at 60K last week on YouTube. Now he's over 200,000 on YouTube.
Wow.
It's fucking blowing up. So shout out fucking men news right here.
Just trying to keep the men informed.
That's it.
It's all about. It's much bigger than me.
Yeah, but like I love that shit though, because I'm like, I fucking knew it. Like if you just keep posting shit, and it's just a Gary Vee way. I don't know if you guys know Gary, but like this whole method of just putting shit out and not worrying about it and just staying consistent is so true, because eventually something will catch fire.
Yeah. I've heard you say before, like on other shows, like you're all like quantity over quality. Just fucking pump shit out.
Yeah.
Just pump shit out. Do you like, what do your drafts look like? Do you have much drafts? Like what do the archives look like?
I have no drafts.
No drafts. No. Everything's out there.
Everything's out there.
Do you ever like do that though, and then you look at it and you're like, I could have been better?
Yeah. All the time. But then
you just don't give a fuck.
No, because I'm like, what's the point of me like fixing it now? Like I just have to keep moving, right? It's like, what if I did it again? Like how much better is it going to be?
Yeah.
Right. I already did my best, I think.
do you find you have the issue though of like when you go on stage to do stand up, people are like, oh, like they're expecting you to do your fucking like Gary Vee impression or shit like that. Like how do you go about that?
I mean, sometimes that happens where like you do a certain thing online and then people expect you to do it on stage, which I get because there's a lot of first timers who come to these stand-up shows and they don't know what to expect. But like something like a Gary Vee impression is like, that's not a stand-up thing, because it's a unique thing like not everyone would know about. So I can't just like put it in my set. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But I do try to incorporate like my other regular like accents or cultural stuff I do online, because that's those are my fans, like that are coming to shows.
Yeah.
I'd like to at least provide them with like some similar content.
Those are demographics of people.
Yeah.
Like Gary V vans aren't pulling up to
No.
your shows.
No,
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
what am I, an hour of
like,
Gary V, like, this like just yelling content for like an hour straight. Like that's insane.
I feel like you can still sell out a room though.
I think you can.
Dude, that's
honestly.
my bet-
I think I should do that.
My favorite one's like when you're doing the Friday beers, like the fake like podcast from like Gary
Oh,
V
yeah,
on the
those
Friday
guys,
beers,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
my man, like
Yeah,
that. Like,
Just
I was
him
watching, I was like,
interrupting,
man, you said it like 8 times in a row. I was dying, bro. That was so good.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like obviously you've blown up with your skits, which are fucking hilarious. But for you, Andrew, it's been like Man News has taken over. Like Man News is like that's on my feed 24/7 now, and I love it, dude. Are you finding those videos or are people submitting that shit?
It's a blend, but yeah, there is a fleet of men that I love and appreciate that will tag me in things constantly, and yeah, that definitely helps with the like procurement of what's most important to the men and me informing them.
Do you feel like
Men
you
to
have
be
like a responsibility now?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like it's this is not something I asked for. It's something that I have to do.
It's your duty now.
I was elected.
And if you don't do
to
it, I don't know who else will really.
I mean,
I don't know if anyone else is capable.
Yeah,
it's hard to say. Yeah,
You're
the
the
chosen one.
You're the front runner
yeah.
of Men News.
I mean, just it always just birthed with just trying to do the opposite of what news does, which is divide people.
Right.
We're here to just bring people together.
Bring the men
Just
together.
Specifically men.
Bring the men together.
Look, anyone, if you're watching a rock fall off a cliff and it splashes in the water and you're like, oh yeah, nice. I don't care what's between your legs. In that moment, you are in the right place.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's true.
It just so happens that 93% of those people are men. Okay?
It's like for that one split second of that rock exploding, everyone is on the same page for once.
Exactly.
And it's because of you. You created that moment.
And it's bigger than all this, really.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
it's
it's-
bigger than life, really.
I mean,
It's
exactly.
a metaphor. It's a
Dude.
metaphor.
It's destined to be.
And then you got your stupid news. How did that start?
That I don't know. I just thought like I do a lot of characters, so I'm like, let me just do one big show with all of them in one show,
Yeah, that's a sick idea.
and then yeah, like I mean, like I tested it by myself first. It failed, and then we built like a little bit of a team. Had a little studio in the basement and went way better for like 6 months, and then we stopped it again because just like logistically, it wasn't at its full potential that it could be. So I feel like it's a even bigger idea than I thought it was originally. Like I'm like, maybe I do need to wait to like make a little more money, have more people to help, because I think it could be like a huge thing one day.
Yeah. I
So-
feel like you're kind of like, I don't want to like praise you too much over here, but I feel
don't
like
do
you're,
it. Don't do it. I'm gonna cry.
I feel
gonna
like you're
shit
kind of
my
like,
pants.
it's almost like just also on that. It's kind of like this generation's like Michael Myers in the sense of like him with like the Austin Powers movies, like one man show. He's doing it all. Like you, whenever I watch a stupid, he's like, this guy's just doing like a million characters in one show. Like it's like I could see you eventually doing a movie where you play 18 different roles.
Oh yeah, I will do that. That's my plan. I want to do like Borat style videos,
Yeah.
like as my characters for sure.
Or like,
Movies, sorry.
how you coming up with these characters?
Just through my experience in life, most of the characters I have that are original ones, I've created just from like people I know in my life.
Who's your favorite character that you have?
Yeah, it's a hard one. I don't know, they're all really fun to do, but I mean, I love honestly recently. I love doing like the Latino ones, like the Cuban ones. You know, I love doing that a lot. I kind of look like I'm Cuban, Cuban Heisenberg. Right now. I am the one who knows. Yeah, but no, I love them all. Honestly, like obviously, like the Persian ones, like I'm Persian. Like the Italian ones,
Spot on, dude. Like you
Yeah.
are literally my cousin in those moments.
Yeah, nice.
When,
Yeah.
when I watch those, I'm like, this is cousin Mike,
I
right
love
here.
it. I love it. Fucking more.
All over the country, it's so funny to watch Italian people be like, bro, My cousin? Every day. Every day. I'm like, spitting image. This guy. Oh.
It's so true.
How many times do you get people coming out to you being like, come on, dude, give me your Luca Marino
Oh
right
my
now?
god, yeah, a lot of times. Yeah. But it's usually people who aren't real fans, though. It's weird to say, but like, it's usually the people who are just like they don't even know my name.
Right.
Like, yo, you're that guy, and then they'll start filming me.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I'm not a clown. I'm a dance monkey. Like, bro, what do you mean? Ah! And I start fucking. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
It's funny, like whenever like a phone camera is pointed at you, how like weird we act all of a sudden. Like a phone camera will be pointed at me, and all of a sudden, like my hands are doing like fucking gestures.
It's so
and shit.
weird. It's so
Like,
awkward. Even at this point now, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm on camera every day. But if someone puts a camera, I'm like, oh fuck.
I never do that.
Is this how I act normally? I don't know.
This is weird. It's like, what am I doing? Like
Just start doing an impression. Just start
one time, I was out, and this guy and his girlfriend came up to me. The guy knew who I was, and he's like, "Yo, babe, like this is that guy. I showed you a video." He's like, "I don't know who that is." He's like, "No, babe, this video." And then she had no idea who I was.
And you're just standing there.
I'm standing there. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to eat, bro. Like, you good? I'm trying to get. Then she goes, oh, okay. Still doesn't know who I am. Pulls out her phone, like without saying a word. All I just see the flash come on. She goes, do the accent. I'm like, you don't know who I am. What do you mean? Which accent? First of all, tell me which one. And maybe I'll think about it, but I still will never do that.
Wow.
You
But I'm
don't
like,
deserve
what are you
it.
doing?
You
Yeah.
don't deserve
No,
it.
you don't. I'm like,
You should do Cameo.
I do.
You do
There's-
Cameo?
Yeah, that's
you should be
hilarious.
on Cameo.
Yeah, it's on the to-do list.
You get a bunch.
I've just been prioritizing informing the men.
Dude, you know what else? I fucking love the podcast bits you do with Andrew Oporto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
are
those are
fucking hilarious.
Dude, bro,
dude.
mancast.
Dude, bro, man. Dude, I saw Andrew, other Andrew,
Yeah.
in Absolute Comedy. He was hosting one night. He was fucking hilarious. And then I saw your video of you guys collabing together. And I thought it was dope, man, because like I want to know like what's the comedy community like? Because we had Mark Anthony on the show like over a year ago. We rebranded the show, so it's different now. But we had him on the show. And then after that, I started seeing him collab with you guys.
Mhm.
And then I started seeing collab with Austin
Austin
Alexander.
Alexander,
And then
yeah.
I saw Andrew Oporto do with like your stuff with Andrew. You two guys collab on a lot of shit. It's kind of sick. It's almost like you guys have like a little collective going on. Like, what's the comedy scene look like? Because you guys are in like a different realm too of comedy. Like, it's not, you don't really see that.
Yeah, I mean, you wait till you see people that are like actually putting in a lot of effort and putting onto their own pages, and then it's like it's hard to ignore that. Like when people are just like working hard at their content and stuff. And then I always have a really fun time like collabing with anybody that's also putting a lot of effort in their content. So because then it's just easier. You get to riff off each other. You can like set up a whole day and like bang out like a whole bunch of different ideas together, and it creates a much more like less individualistic experience, because making content is like very much on your own a lot of the time. But yeah, it's always really fun to get together with guys that are or whoever's working really hard.
Do you guys know what you're doing like before you get into it? You guys just meet up and you
Yeah,
just
I was gonna say, do you guys just hang out? Do you guys ever just hang out too, though?
It always works better if you have like a whole base of like a bunch of things you have planned to do. Yeah, and then sometimes you find stuff too.
Yeah, there's always stuff you'll find that are gems as you're filming.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, we should do this. And most of the times that's happened, those have been the best videos that have come out.
Yeah.
Especially with me and him. Like we did a Gary V God video.
Yeah.
And that shit blew up. Like those
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the main ones that blew up.
The Uber video is fucking hilarious.
Uber ones too,
dude.
yeah.
Your Uber driver characterizing is one of my favorite ones. The one that's just like, is it
Basic
unlocked?
bitch?
Is it unlocked?
the Persian.
Is it unlocked?
The
Like
Persian,
that
yeah,
word,
yeah.
just someone comment. I was dying at that. Someone commented it all as one word. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's exact.
He's unlocked.
like that. Oh my god, dude,
It's
that
like
shit
the
killed me.
relatability
Yeah.
though in all the videos. Like you being drunk in the backseat. I was like, dude, I've been there like 18 times in the past year.
Yeah, I know. Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Just so true, yeah.
Your trio videos though with you, Austin, and Mark, those
Yeah.
are like that's a lethal combination right
No,
there.
yeah, Austin's great too. Yeah, Austin doesn't do stand up, unfortunately, but yeah, he's one of the best comedic actors I've worked with for sure.
You guys try to push him to do it.
Yeah, but he has to like want to do it, right? Like
Stand up's so hard.
different.
It's like you really have to
Do you guys do you prefer stand up or skits?
I love it all right now. I mean, it's been really fun to do everything. Stand-up's always been my first love, and it always will be. It's like there's nothing more satisfying than just like being able to like riff in the moment with a crowd on something you've experienced that day or something that you're now ready to talk about, and then feel that connection with a crowd. It's just like so euphoric, and there's nothing in life that I've had that could be like that, except for the love for my fiance, which she hates when I get sarcastic about it, like romantic stuff. But
it's a different kind of love, babe.
Yeah, it's just like different. No,
It's
but
the same but different.
yeah, no, it's just like stand up.
Yeah, stand up is better for me because of the instant feedback you get, like laughter or not. I think it's. I know because every time I do stand up, I always get nervous before I go on stage. But like I never get nervous when I'm filming.
Right,
I'm just, like,
yeah.
I'm just in my home, like no one's looking at me. Like
Yeah.
I just do my thing.
I feel like it's kind of like the opposite because I've done stand up in the past too, and like we obviously do like our own like comedy shit. I feel like the instant reaction I find is more intimidating because when we do a video, it's like I think this is funny, so if no one else laughs, it's like I'm cool with it, and I'll never find out. But like we're doing it like in front of like a live audience, it's like fuck, I'm gonna find out real quick if they like it or not.
But that's I don't know. There's a rush about it that's nice.
Yeah. And then also like you learn to mask showing them where you think the laugh's gonna be, because a lot of the time you think the laugh's going to be somewhere, but you mask the fact that you're disappointed that it wasn't where you thought it was, and in the process of continuing to dig, then you find something that they do like that you didn't expect, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Is that you like crowd work, or you just like old bits? You're like, okay, they're liking the dick jokes tonight. Stick to the dick
literally
jokes.
anything that's like that's like free form. You don't know what the plan is, and you're exploring it for them. Sometimes you'll be in a bit and you like unlock a whole new branch to it with like the crowd, and then it's like that kind of moment's like so satisfying. Almost as satisfying as a rock splooshing into water. Not quite.
Not quite. Not there.
Splooshing.
Do you have any characters in the works right now?
Yeah. I'm working on some new ones. Kind of like a New York, New Jersey type of character. His name's Juice.
Juice,
It's pretty much just Joey Diaz. And then just a couple of like DJ Khaled is one impression I've been working on.
That one's good.
That one's fun to do. Yeah,
The Bumbleclot.
Bumbleclot. Put your head top. But no, and then I did a Joe Rogan thing too.
Dude, that was actually really good. That was a really good Joe Rogan impression.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, like the thing is, when I was doing it, I wasn't even trying really. I was just like, let me just, I don't know, just do my best.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Wow.
And I just did it. Yeah. Fascinating. Yeah. It's like, it's nothing. Like but then like people were snapping on the comments. Like super Joe Rogan dick riders. We're going off.
Well,
This is
you're probably hashtagging Joe Rogan, right? So there.
I don't think I did.
No? All right.
I don't know. But
Joe
I don't know,
Rogan
either way,
fans
like,
are just that in tune, bro.
man.
They're just
well, people think like he's such a big figure that like it's controversial almost to do an impression of him or like talk about him, you know?
Yeah, he gets a lot of hate all the time, right? So I think maybe they just see anything that is about him and they go,
There's two sides. There's always like the people who love him, people who hate him, and then
Are you gonna cycle some of your old ones out?
you're
Phasing them out?
eventually. Yeah,
no. Which ones? Which ones are going to get put to bed?
I don't know. I have to figure that out, but at some point they have to. Like some of the popular ones too, you know.
Like that's what I mean. Like I imagine the amount of times like your Gary Vee impression, like I feel like has so much clout because it's so on point. But like you must be getting tired of doing it.
Well, yeah, I'm at the point now where it's like, well, I've done it all.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like I can retire it, but there's also a different way of like looking at it as like I can incorporate it into like a different style of content, like I don't know, and putting it Gary Vee in like different situations.
Yeah,
I kind of like how
higher
you
level.
Gary, like Gary Vee in space. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, like, you can still do that stuff. Yeah,
I like when you're like Gary Vee and Bianca, like you're mixing characters
yeah,
together.
that too.
now
That's
and
another
shit.
way of like kind of
Just
like,
doing it.
evolving is by combining characters.
Yeah, but you kind of done like you met the guy too, and like
that's
you
what
did
I'm saying.
the impression.
I've done it. That's what I'm saying. Like, so at some point you gotta like move on to different shit. But
Yeah.
you can always bring them back. Like
Yeah.
after a while, you know. But
Have you guys done stand up in the States?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's that like?
They're great. American audiences are
I love it.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's the best.
I hear a lot of stand-up comics from Canada be like, I go to New York to just kind of like every comedian from Canada that goes to New York for a week comes back way better, and it's just like they just sharpen their. Is that true or no?
I mean,
From what I hear, like I've only been to New York once for like 4 days, but just because of like the size of that city and just its reputation, it's just so competitive. Like there's so many people that are really qualified, really good. They crush every time they're on stage. But if so like you're competing against such high level writers and performers that you grow to the pond that you're in, right? So I can see why that'd be the case.
I also think I performed in New York a few times, and like I already sense that just being there, like, oh fuck, this is way harder. Like I almost feel like I'm like a beginner there.
Yeah.
And it's nice because it kicks you in your ass a little bit. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta work a little harder and write a little better and stuff like that. But in general, I think the States are just better because there's way more people, so there's more opportunity, which means more money and more whatever. And people are way more supportive at the shows. Like they'll buy your merch like instantly. In Canada, no one gives a fuck. Like
really,
it's completely different.
With the exception of Alberta.
Alberta's the America of Canada.
So. Alberta, man.
Yeah. You traveled a lot too. I saw online you did that stand-up bit when you're in BC and you're just roasting. Like you're talking about. I don't want to give away your material, but you're talking about like different cities being like brothers, and then like Ottawa's the dad and shit like that. Like, is it like it's kind of cool to me? I'm like, damn, this guy's actually like experienced Canada and like he's experienced cities to the point where you can make jokes like that. Like, do you also too like you only have like 3 stand-up clips out and you have like a bunch out? Like, why aren't you posting stand-up clips? Yeah, I don't see any. I don't see any.
I have like hundreds on
YouTube.
Yeah, everywhere.
I can't find them. You have a bunch that are easy to find.
True. Yeah.
That is yes. That is a yes.
Not really a question, just a statement.
I guess I gotta post. I mean, I post a lot of my on my TikTok and Instagram. Maybe not on YouTube Shorts. I guess not as much.
What's the weirdest place you guys have done stand up in Canada? You ever done like a hole in the wall in some butt fuck town that was just like you're like standing on stage and like, why the fuck am I here right now?
Have you ever, man? That's my bread and butter.
Yeah, this is bread and butter.
Welcome to the first 4 years of my tour. Yeah, man. I've been to places that are like small towns that are like, you know, like just like 80 people in the town, and everyone at the show is the town, and like including the mayor and stuff.
They
like
come
that.
and give you a key to the city afterwards. Like they put you on their
the mayor's
fake
a dog.
coin.
In Newfoundland, we got what's the thing they do in Newfoundland again? It's like Screeched. They screeched us in. Yeah, just like really nice grandma. Like screeched us in, stuff like that.
What the fuck does that mean?
You take a shot and kiss a cod on the mouth.
Yeah, but you got to put on like a whole like like rain suit basically, and these big like rubber boots that are wet for some reason. And we're like, they're wet, and they're like, yeah, they need to be wet. And I'm like, what? Like, how is that? How is me getting to soaker part of this? And they're like, it is part of the Newfoundland experience, and it's in order to become like a Newfoundlander. Wow. Or no, not supposed to. Is that the one? That is the one I'm supposed to say, right?
Yeah, a Newfie.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's the one they don't like anymore.
Not since the incident.
Yeah,
we did a show in Alberta in a place called Vulcan.
Oh yeah,
the whole town was there.
Yeah,
the whole town.
Was it electric or like was it like?
Great.
Really
Vulcan's great. It's a good spot.
Shout out Vulcan.
Man, you feel safe while you're there. Like
I was very
they don't
safe.
lock their doors.
No.
Like. I've gone to places where you feel extremely unsafe the entire time there, and you're like,
oh, for sure.
You know, the town always like to like tell you like you know, their tea, what's been going on in the town, and sometimes you'll hear them and you're just like progressively getting more and more scared as they continue talking. Like, the nearest police station's 2 hours away. Did you know that? And I was like, I did not know that. I did not know that if anything happens, it's going to be minimum 2 hours before 2 guys show up.
The only 2 cops at the station.
Yeah. It's like the Ozarks of Canada exist. Man.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So, obviously we touched on it. You got Man News that you do. We have Backpage News, which is where we find weird ass news stories and then we dive into them. So we wanted to throw a couple headlines at you guys. Just get your thoughts on them. Cole, if you want to pull those up.
Crossover you didn't know you needed.
Yeah.
Can you pull it up, Jamie?
All right, we're going to do this one? All right, so this headline reads: Man caught urinating, defecating on ex-wife's grave after a bad
Fuck
breakup.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I just get that headline one more time? There's a lot to unpack there.
Man caught urinating,
And
defecating
Yeah.
on ex-wife's grave.
Mhm.
Seems
Bad
like there should be-
breakup.
And
After
he was
that, yeah.
caught by the ex-wife's son,
Yeah.
who was visiting
Yeah.
the graveyard, and then he saw
And-
this guy pissing on
So
his
but
mom's
here's
grave.
the
Christ,
best.
give me a
Here's
second
so
here.
here.
Remember when I called you petty for responding to comments? Like that's petty. That is next
So
level.
the thing is he divorced this woman in 1974, and the son that found him doing this was born in 79. So this son, like, this is a marriage from way before this. The son said his mom never had any contact with this guy. So this was some shit that was just like 50 years in the making that he's just now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, what do you guys think she did? Like, there's got to be a good story. you know?
She had to have done something. Yeah.
I mean, like, not to be like victim blaming, but I don't know if are you a victim if someone shits on your grave? I feel like it's like
You did
that's
something
it's
wrong.
fair
Yeah.
game. If anything,
She couldn't have been the nicest woman in the world, just model
Yeah,
citizen.
what does it
and
say on her
have
tombstone?
Grave shitted on.
That's just a stock photo.
Oh damn! I was like,
But
Mother.
it could have also just been like, I don't know, like the chicken was too dry, and it was just one night. That's all it was. And he
Yeah,
just
it could
snapped.
be super petty, or like he could be,
Buddy.
he could be psychotic and just be like,
buddy's
you know
got a
what?
small dick, and she
Yeah.
laughed and divorced. him.
Probably, for
That's
sure.
what happened.
or she made fun of him for not urinating properly and shitting properly.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
So
this-
she's like, you know what? I'll show you, and then
Yeah.
shits on her grave.
at this point, he's like 68 years old too. So I feel like
Yeah.
him trying to piss on the grave, and like also while someone's watching him, it's just like
It actually
spurts.
he gets off on it too.
Yeah. No, I was thinking maybe what could have
You
happened.
think he just unwrap his depends and just throw that? Yeah.
Or maybe
I feel like that's not as liberating.
or maybe he's schizophrenic and he thinks he's peeing in a urinal.
He's hallucinating.
He's
Or
hallucinating.
sleepwalking,
Or he's on
maybe.
drugs.
Or he's
He's on
sleepwalking.
drugs. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
So
or
what do you?
maybe the only thing that was good in the relationship was the pissing fetish they had going on.
True.
Maybe.
And then
That's also.
and then the son walked in. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?" And then the guy's like, "It's not what it looks like. Your mom would have loved this." And that's worse than Use If You're the Son walking in on that.
I think they're doing role play actually because they're like maybe the wife was like, "Hey, when I die, it'll be so hot if you came and shit on me." And then he's like, "Bet." And then he's like, "All right, she's dead. Like, I'm gonna fucking jerk off to this later, but let me shit on her first." And then that's it. That's how it happened.
Or like he wanted to when she was living, and she was like, "Over my dead body," and he's like, "Oh, cool, yeah, of course, yeah, that
Took it
makes
literally.
sense."
Ah,
You know?
Alright.
See, that's good. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
That's a nice little
Yeah.
unpacking there. Yeah.
What is the punishment for urinating and defecating on someone's grave?
I think it's like how you teach a dog not to piss.
you
or
like
shit,
shove
and
their
how you
face
rub
in
their
it?
face in it a little bit. I think that's kind of the best thing.
This
you can
guy's
do.
68, man.
I just
He's an
imagine-
old dog.
I just picture like the fucking grave director, or whoever
Yeah.
the fuck is in the
Undertaker.
whatever Undertaker comes out like, "Hey, come here." Grabs it. Yeah, you're gonna do that? Are you gonna do it again? You're gonna do it again?
But the thing is like I don't know what an Undertaker looks like, so I'm just thinking of the WWE Undertaker
Yeah.
in that position too. Yeah, yeah.
Pretty sure it's just a groundskeeper. I don't know where you guys got
Oh my God, the
Undertaker from.
Undertaker.
Yeah, and he just comes and like fucking punishes you like you
Or maybe
were.
he's upset. He's like, "That's my fucking thing, man. That's what I do." Colin, can we pull up the next one?
That's a good one.
So Ukrainians plan apocalyptic orgy in event of Putin launching a nuke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck. First of all, I'm jealous.
15,000 people signed up.
agreed.
No way.
To do a end of the world type orgy.
That's actually
And
legendary.
it's organized so that you would like put stripes on your hands as your sexual preferences.
Yeah, so if there's 3 stripes on your hand, it means you're a go for anal stuff. And if you got 4 on your hands, it means you're a go for oral stuff.
Yeah.
Wait,
2
wait,
stripes.
slow down. You say
I think
that one-
wieners.
3
I think
for
you're
If you
the
have
Yeah,
wiener
wieners.
stripes on your
Yeah.
hand, it means you're good to go for anal stuff.
and 4 is
Mouth stuff.
Mouth stuff.
Wait,
yeah.
but
stuff. Dude, that's if one of those comes off, man. Fuck. You're like, God damn. No, I have another line here, and they're like, I don't see the line. You're like, no, that's a faulty system from the jump. It should definitely be one line, and then like 11 lines for anal. It should be like so many lines, one brown line. Like that's bad system, Ukraine. Bad system.
I just think it's crazy too that you'd have to get to the 15,000 person orgy and get like a pamphlet that describes what the line system means. You're counting like across.
I just picture like some guy's like 4th line getting rubbed off, and then some guy starts like fucking from behind. He's like, "Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have 4 stripes." He's like, "Oh no, it says 3 here." He's like, "No, it faded away. I promise. I just want oral sex."
I just
And then
want
it's like a lot of miscommunication.
That seems
happening.
problematic.
It's also like pretty, like I don't think there's gonna be much rule following in a 15,000
Buddy,
person
I'm
orgy.
coming everywhere.
Like,
I'm gonna come so much. It's not like
How much will
How
you
much will
come?
your dick has to fall off by the end of the
I
orgy.
think that's the thing, right? Like, I think if you don't go out like that at the end of the world orgy, you're dying there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're going out with a bang, pun intended.
You got a raw dog everything.
I was thinking like how awkward would it be if you show up to the end of the world orgy and like your fucking mom or an uncle are over there
Nah,
too,
that's
and
fucked up.
they got like 3 stripes on their
That's
hand
fine.
too.
Yeah, no.
What if you go to the end of the world orgy with 14,999 other people and you don't get picked?
Oh my
no
God.
one comes
Imagine
up
you're just
to
in the
you.
middle. You're just like, all right, guess I gotta fucking jerk it.
Yeah.
And then you're just there.
It's like one of the sad scenes in the movies where like it's like pans out on one person standing in a crowd
Yeah.
while everyone's kind of bustling
Everyone's just,
around. Yeah, you know what I mean? There's some sad piano music over top of it.
Also, like if it's just a false alarm and the world doesn't end, it's a pretty awkward day at work the next day. Showing up to the office.
True. Like, I better get nuked after I come.
Yeah. I mean, it would suck if you came immediately, and you're just like, cool.
sit
Now
there
just the end of the world, and then you're just watching everybody. Like, how after you like beat it, and the video's playing,
Oh, yeah.
the video's playing, and you're like, if I gotta get rid of that, right? But you can't go like, get rid of that. No, because there's 15,000 people doing
You can't
the
swipe
thing.
on anything.
You're like,
No one look at me.
Fucking, but I bet you the guy that organized this list is lobbying Putin to launch a nuke. Like this guy's like, yeah,
He's the richest virgin in the world, you know? He just needs this is the perfect reason for him to get someone.
I mean, honestly, I'd just be happy to be there.
I would just go
Thanks
and
for
watch.
inviting me, guys. This is a great party.
I
Come
don't
with
get
a
out
polo
much,
chair.
honestly. Like,
Honestly, I've had a stressful week. I been hustling hard in my job.
Does
And
anyone have a glass of water?
All right, we'll do one more here. This headline reads: Churches using shameware apps to make sure members don't watch porn. They can see everything.
wait, what's shameware?
So it's an app that if you join this church, they make you install this app that tracks what you're doing every minute. So
Fuck
every
that.
minute,
every 45 seconds
it says what you're doing.
Are you
so
kidding me?
You
Like-
So you have a 45
Dude.
second buffer of watching porn before you get
think
caught.
that you controlling or seeing my phone could stop the man impulse to see nudity is
No way.
insane. Like it's in every gas station. You can still buy
100%
a
magazines.
magazine.
I know.
Like you would just, they would find another. This
No.
is so dumb.
No,
This is.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck the church.
The best one, I was saying the best like adaptation that could be is like it takes a front facing photo every 45 seconds. You know what I mean? Like whenever you have
And plays it at the Sunday service.
yeah, it makes
That's
it, and then it
terrible.
accumulates it all as a slideshow. And if
Oh,
it's not
no.
wholesome, then
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Yeah, you're just like, your eyes rolling back.
I was thinking it could also be like the priest doesn't really know like what porn is good porn, so he's just trying to see what other people are watching. Get some
Crowdsourcing.
Oh,
recommendations.
yeah, it's true. He's reviewing what's going on.
Yeah. Just monitoring
He's
it.
being informed.
Yeah. No.
All right, not much on this one. This one wasn't a hit.
Shameware. I'm ashamed that they even made that.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's do this one as last one.
Perth now. Fucking
So
Australian.
John Paul college student is banned from school grounds because of an unsuitable mullet haircut. That's what the mullet looks
Look
like.
at that thing.
Wow.
Look at that thing.
Buddy.
That's a savage.
So
a
the football
party
team
in
won the
the back.
championship.
Dude, racist in the front and party racist in the back.
That's what I said. Official haircut of the KKK
Dude,
here,
that is
man.
wild.
That's hilarious.
I understand why you
Banned
got to
from
turn that
school.
away. Man.
Unsuitable.
You can't
What is-
ban a guy like that. He's gonna come back with guns.
Yeah.
You gotta be nice to guys that look like that, man.
Well, they're in Australia. Though. He'll just probably come back with a python and start poisoning
Oh
people.
yeah, true.
Am I gonna
Good.
take me into the fucking school? I'm gonna blow your fucking head off.
But it was the football team won, so like as a celebration, they gave each other those stupid haircuts. And then the mom was complaining, and through the mom's complaint, another mom chimed in, and she was like, "Hey, my son, who's 24 now, when their team won state back in the day, they also did this, and they also got banned from school," which made me think like, so you guys knew that this wasn't a fucking issue at the school. You just kept doing it.
Wow.
Stick it to the man.
It's fucking amateur.
Yeah, I
Who cares? Hair, bro.
exactly. This is what I always hated about school. It's the same thing. Like when I was in school, it was always about like wearing a hat or like
Oh my God,
stuff,
I
and it's
hate
just like
Remember that really cool teacher that used to let you wear hats? So?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Alright.
Yeah, that was the one I was doing reach arounds for. But that's a
Shout out,
different
Mr.
story, yeah.
Herbert. Shout out.
Gym class. It's sick, man.
But yeah, it's also like the headline makes it seem like there is a suitable mullet that the school would allow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
there-
I don't know what's-
that's true. Yeah, like that one that this blonde guy down there. Look at this
That's a problem.
gorgeous Thor-looking individual. Woo!
It's got to be like short hair in order to be a mullet.
Yeah,
it can't
to
be a
shave-
bald and then the mullet.
It's got to
That's fucked.
transition. You know, it can't just go like
It can't be abrupt.
No.
That's creepy, man.
Mm-mm.
That's
No.
fucked up. That just looks like you're on meth.
It does.
It looks like you just indulged in meth and you're like, fuck it. And then you don't even know you shaved your head.
Yeah, it's like you got
Completely
ADD
oblivious.
and you're like, I was shaving my head and then I got distracted. And
Yeah,
started
exactly.
doing something else.
Bath salts. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! All right, that's it for Backpage news.
Where are the hookers?
We're not any this
That's after the
weekend,
show.
my
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
we'll take you guys next door.
All right, sounds
Dude,
good.
it's noon. What the fuck?
I'll take you guys.
It's actually a sandwich
like
shop,
there's
bro.
a time of day that's right for hookers. Like, but it's noon. You're like, oh yeah, you're right. You know, guys, let's just wait till later.
Hey, it's 2 a.m. somewhere.
Like we said, two crazy guys.
POV of cameras thrown in your face.
That's a good one. I might have to film that, you know? Shit, yeah, just do the weirdest shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This guy wrote hookers and Kijiji.
Come on, Jamie, get it together. Yeah,
Wow.
dude. I mean, John, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I do. Now I'm thinking about fan interactions because I feel like you guys have sort of. Would you call yourself like newfound fame? You know what I mean? Like in the past, like kind of 2 years, you know, you're kind of getting those sort of walk ups to you and just like getting noticed on the train, right?
Yeah,
What's like the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had?
yeah.
Because it was kind of, I just want to say, like, you walked through the door and I was like, dude, that's fucking, I see this guy on Instagram all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Not to say I was starstruck
Yeah,
because
no.
I wasn't. You're just
No,
a
no,
normal
for sure.
guy.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just so cool. But
Yeah.
no, like I feel like people get weird around, and especially like probably yourself as well. You know, like people get weird around you guys when they see you. But like, do you have any like those examples right off top about like some of the weirdest interactions you've had with people?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's all been really good. People are really respectful of my space and like you know, of what I do because I feel like when you provide that much value online over the years and you be your authentic self, people will respect that and it's a lot more relatable, and so they feel like they know you when they come up to you in person, which is nice. But then there's always some weirdos who like just like some guys who are like always too cool. They'll like see you. They'll like a couple guys like it's happened before. With like yo, and they always fuck up my name too. It's always like yo Namaz, yo Namaz, yo. It's like yo, you're not bad still. Yo, you're not bad, yo. It's like what are you trying to say? Like yo, Yo, you're not even looking at me. Like, yo, I'm like right here. He's like, yo, you're not bad still, yo. Yo, you're not bad, eh, yo. Fuck, yo, keep doing your thing, yo. Follow me back. Yo, follow me back, bro. Yo, whatever. Yo. All right. Yo. What the fuck is going on? What is this? But yeah, like nothing's ever been like really too creepy. I've had a couple like weird people like saying weird shit online, but yeah, other than that, in person, it's been fine.
What were you?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm getting, anytime it's been pretty nice. Sometimes I get caught off guard though. Like I'll go to a concert and I'll have like an edible and I'll be like, and then like I'll be like leaving and somebody will be like, yo, your videos, and I'll be like, like, I'm the one that's more uncomfortable. Yeah,
I make them, yes.
So, and then I feel bad about it. My fiance will be like, why didn't you stay, like, give him the time? And I was like, I don't know. It was a lot.
So
but so sometimes I'm the weird one, which apologies. But
I get used to it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is there an ideal like fan interaction like structure that you would like? That's a weird question, but like if someone coming up to you, they're
Shake,
like,
photo, 2 words out of there.
bam.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bang, bang, boom.
Yeah. It's just my favorite is when people like come up like not aggressively and be like, "Hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. I know you're probably busy, but like I love your videos and like I love your content and stuff like that."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually always down to talk and just like engage if I can. And I'll talk to them for a bit, ask them what videos they like, blah blah blah, and then I'm like, "Cool, like do you want to get a picture?" And then they're like, "Yeah, oh my god, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and then we take a picture. And then that's it. Just like walk our separate ways. And it's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have a question about like, do you guys feel like you're just fucking lost in the craft sometimes? Like just day in, day out, all you're thinking about is how can I be funny? How can I make this video funny? How can I make this like
All the
stand-up
time.
routine funny? Like,
Yeah.
are you guys just 24/7 like comedy brain?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's like there's nonstop stuff to do. Like
There's always,
like from the stories to like making the actual content to like getting off stage and being like, I'm gonna spend 20 minutes just responding to comments and like just like there's always something to do. So
Yeah.
it is hard to. I find out like this past weekend I took like a day and I still posted and everything, but like I didn't do anything else and like that was
It was nice.
it was nice, but it's also like hard to do.
Yeah,
like
it
there's
is.
such momentum to like everything that
Yeah.
we're doing all the time.
You need
You're
those,
like,
you know.
yeah, but it is like a constant effort, but it's very fun.
Yeah, you need to have those days off too, though. Like you said, like what I like, I feel like what I've built for myself is like over the years, like filming so much content at once. There's always videos like for me to post, even if I don't film for like a week. So like I'll film just like 10 videos in one day, so I can just spread them out over the like. Fuck that bottle. Don't get in my way of fucking. All right. And yeah, so it's nice to have like a backlog of videos. That way you can take a day off or just relax and just. Literally, there's been times where I'll just lie down on my couch all day and I'll just post shit. I don't film, I won't write or anything like that, or any edit, like nothing. I feel like those are important because you don't want to burn out. You know,
Me time.
yeah, me time. Yeah,
Yeah, like what do you guys do for fun aside from like laughing or making people laugh? Like,
Smoke, drink, take drugs.
I like going
sports.
to concerts. I always find them really inspiring. I saw Fred again last week. This DJ that blew up during the pandemic that I really like, and like it was just like
vibes.
to go from like the introduction of like finding out who this person is during the pandemic to like flash forward, you're in a concert with like a couple thousand people and he's there and you're like, it was just like, wow, this is sick. Like really inspiring, and doing huge venues like that, like very fun.
Yeah,
Of course, my brain is like, wow, like great production on these lighting. How could a stand-up show happen?
that's so true.
But it was really good. Yeah.
dude, that's so funny you say that because I've used so much like everything like that now, especially because like I'm trying to get into film now, so I've been filming shit. Now I can't watch a fucking movie and enjoy it. I'm just thinking like, oh, that's an interesting choice of angle there. Like they're definitely setting the tone. He's definitely lonely in this scene right now. That's all I'm thinking about. But how about you? You do anything for fun?
I love video games. I rage a lot though. You know.
You seem like a video game player that rages a lot.
Buddy, I'll fucking break controllers, walls, screens. It's nuts. I'll yell at the top of my lungs if I lose in FIFA.
Last time I beat him at FIFA last time. We
Fucking pissed me
played.
off. I was like, get the fuck out of my house.
Are you raging as yourself though, or you like pretend to be like Gary Vee and just throwing people off?
No, never. No, I'm fully myself.
It's like those people who like rate, like they'll make like, they'll like get angry, but they'll like try to make kind of a joke out of it to like downplay the fact that they're raging the fuck out.
Oh no,
like,
I don't give a fuck. I'm by myself in my room. I'm yelling. I'm top of my lungs. My mom's like, yo, why are you yelling? I'm like, yo, don't fucking worry. I just lost in FIFA. Okay, I'll talk to you in a bit.
What's your go-to squad?
Man, usually like I usually play with countries. Like,
Okay,
like
yeah,
international
yeah.
teams. But I love Brazil. I love playing with Brazil or like Argentina. You know, Messi.
I knew you were gonna say Argentina. I was like Argentina.
Argentina. Yeah, exactly.
What about you?
Yeah.
I like playing with PSG.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just a fucking cheat code.
What
It
is
fucking
that?
pisses me off when I have to play against someone who's playing with
Dude, you're-
Mbappe.
Don't get him
bro.
riled up.
You play PSG versus
okay.
PSG versus PSG, and you see what's really up. What's really up? Who's Mbappe's the best?
No, but you know what? I have this ego. I'm like, no, I'm gonna beat PSG with a shit team.
I'll beat you with
But if-
Cameroon, man.
But then when I don't win, I get so mad. I'm like, well, obviously I'm not gonna beat PSG when I'm fucking playing with Atalanta or some shit. Like, but I don't know. It's just like, it's fun though. It's like, it's one of those things where you get mad, but you can't stop playing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like you just want that challenge that you can never beat.
Pretty much what I'm
You know
trying
what
to
I
tell you guys that I have anger issues, okay? I need to go to anger management.
So I'm assuming when the World Cup runs around, you're gonna do some more, like, because I saw your Luca Marino one when Italy didn't make
Yeah.
the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. So like, what do you like base your content around? Just world events that are going on, or you guys just kind of like, honestly, I just find this funny and it makes it, there's no relevance to it.
You're
Fuck
just
it.
making so much all the time that you're like, this is coming up. Cool. I'll have a couple ideas for that, and then I'll a couple ideas for this.
Yeah.
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 Kinda,
Yeah, same. Like for me, like there's certain things where I'll use it as an excuse to use all my characters to do a whole video on, or like the Christmas series I did last year, writing letters to Santa as
Right,
different characters.
right,
Like
right.
that was like I was
Right.
happy I came up with that, and like I just fucking snapped. That was one. I'm pretty proud of that series, to be
That
honest.
was an epic run. Dude.
Yeah, it was a big run. I was like,
he's still going. What the fuck?
bro, I actually snapped. Like I don't think I've ever done something like that ever. And it was very tiring. Like I did for like 25 days straight. I was just like pumping these out. But like it was worth it. It built a lot of big following in that month. And there's a lot of payoff. But I don't know. There's some things like world events like the World Cup. I have to do some shit on that. Like,
Yeah.
you know. Especially because it's every 4 years. So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you say like you're super proud of that one moment, because I wanted to ask, like, is there been like one moment in both you guys for your careers where it's like, fuck, man, like it really feels like I made it? Like for you, I feel like it might be like opening for Russell Peters. Like that must be like a fucking like, dude, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah. I mean, it was a made it moment for sure. I mean, I always think you're always growing, and it never ends, which I like. You know, you always want to get better and better and keep doing more things. But yeah, man, the Russell Peters thing for me was, I guess, a full circle moment. Definitely one of the highlights of my career.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had that moment, are you still waiting for
I
it?
wouldn't say I have a made it moment. Like things have been going well and trending in the right direction. It's been good, but I mean, like I came off stage like at the end of August one day, and then my buddy was there, and he was like, "Yo," he was visiting from New York, and he was like, "Yo, I wanted to introduce you to Adam." And I went to the back of the room, and Adam Sandler was there. And,
No
like,
way.
Gave me dabs and was like, "Great set, like congrats on your engagement." And I was like, it's just like mind exploding.
What the fuck?
And then I had to
That's
sit
sick.
down next to him and act like I wasn't like, Adam Sandler's right next to you. Your peripheral vision, that's Adam Sandler's leg. And I was just like, don't touch it. Just needed a leg hair. So it's cool like that. Like that's something that I'm still getting like energy from. So just like someone that's like the GOAT, just being like, you're funny.
Where was this? Was it Canada?
Yeah, I was at the Corner Comedy Club downtown Toronto.
Sick.
And it was funny because no one in the club knew he was there. Like
He just
none
stayed
of
in
the
the green room?
audience knew he was there. he was watching. So this guy that I become friends with, he was a writer on the movie that they were shooting in Toronto, and he's also a stand-up. Joe Vissi, very funny guy. He tours all over with Adam and stuff. So yeah, I'd been doing a lot of shows with him over a couple weeks, and then he introduced me, and it was
Super
cool.
dope.
It's very
That's
nice.
so
of him to
sick,
do.
dude.
Yeah, something like that is cool because it almost when you're having slumps in your comedy career, you're like, oh man, this happened. Like I'm capable
Yeah.
of becoming this person one day.
Mm-hmm.
If you just remind yourself of like these moments, you know.
Yeah, you just run into Adam Sandler.
And it was just like,
you said, it was funny. It was like, bro, that means it's not that you need the reassurance, but it's like, yeah, it's reassuring to know someone like that thinks you're funny. That means you're on the right path and you're doing a good job. And then, yeah, it's like it's good to remind yourself of these moments.
For us, that's you guys. Like the fact that I made you guys laugh at least once in this episode. John and I are gonna fucking do a happy dance after
No,
this.
yeah, I mean,
Going to sleep for the well the night, boy.
yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, yeah, you don't have to be a comedian to make people laugh. It's
No,
but like,
yeah.
you know,
dude,
like,
people are funny.
there's all some funny people that
Motherfucking
aren't
funny,
comedians.
bro.
I'm like, you should be a comedian more than this guy. Like so many comedians.
Pointed
that-
at me for that?
No,
dude?
No, there's so many comedians that I'm like, why are you a comedian? There's no likability here. There's no personality. I don't get it. But like that guy just tried. That guy just put himself out there more than the other person. So I can't hate on that. But
So you just respect the fact they're putting themselves out there.
yeah, for sure. 100%. I'll always respect it. If someone just tries something that they actually like and they makes them happy, then I'm not gonna hate on that. Yeah.
Going back to like meeting Adam Sandler, is there like that mindset where you meet people like that? I'm sure like I don't know who else you guys would have met in your careers, for maybe Russell Peters and shit. But where like you meet people and you're kind of starstruck, but you're also just like, hey, I can't be starstruck right now. Like, you guys are supposed to be my peers. Like, how am I supposed to, like, how do you like fucking just stay level headed, or is you just like, fuck it, I'm starstruck right now, I can't control it?
Yeah, I mean, you can try your best. There's certain people that like, I mean, that was surprising too. So yeah, just like, I didn't go ask him for a picture or anything like that after or anything, because yeah, I want to go work one day with these people if that opportunity provides and stuff. So I don't want to do the whole fan thing. But it's incredibly hard when someone's like hit you on all those levels through your entire like existence. Like somebody who blows up now with you, you're like, okay, yeah, like I can acknowledge how great they are, but like they haven't like somebody like Happy Gilmore, like so many different movies.
Iconic, yeah.
Every year he's been like the lead of a movie for the past like 30 years. It's insane how much he's put out there. And like, it's, yeah, I mean, someone that like is on that level, I'm sure if I like met like Dave Chappelle, I would just be like trying to be a normal human, but it'd be extremely hard.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But you'd be extremely hard. What? Did you say?
I'd be extremely hard. Exactly.
I'd try to be a normal human being, but
they'd be
I'd be
like-
extremely hard.
Yo, what's,
Like,
your name? Yo, what's your name? Dave Chappell? Yo, what's up, man? Andrew.
You're like pretty good.
Yo, what are you like? You do skits and shit?
Yeah, you're like a guy who talks and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. No, yeah, I think it's like it's hard sometimes to not be fanboying, but at the same time, you just gotta like compose yourself, especially if you're in our position. Where I don't know, it just comes off as a little desperate and a little weird.
Because you guys are kind of like on that brink right now where it's like, okay, I'm gonna be meeting these people and I want them to view me as like peers, not
Right.
fucking.
But at the same
Fans.
time, when I met like Russell, like he's just as chill as I am. Like it's like we're already boys. Like because he grew up the same way I did. Like he has just the same personalities in a way. And then like you just kind of banter, and then it's like you're friends, and then it's and naturally goes to the point where like let's get a picture. Like
Yeah.
it's not like oh my god, can I take a picture?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like that dynamic anymore once you start talking to them. So
Yeah. Do you guys know Eric? You guys know Eric Johnston? He's a
yeah.
comedian from here.
Yeah.
He was on the show last year and he said he met Russell Peters at the Comedy Store, and he said that after his set he walked off stage and Russell Peters was like, that fucking sucked. And he was like, I'm kidding, man. He just like gave him like a time. It was just like
yeah, Russell's a savage for sure. But
I feel like getting insulted by a comedian's a good compliment though.
100%. Literally, before I opened for him, he was like, I was like, yo, man, do you have any advice or whatever? Like, any tips? And he's like, yeah, don't bomb. And I'm like, all right. I was like, cool.
Helpful. Thank you very much.
But you know what? I actually would prefer that than like him giving me actual advice, because I'm like, that just made me feel better, because it made it feel like, oh, this is just like another set. Because he's like, he's just fucking around. He's like, it doesn't make it seem like it's some spectacle. Like I have to really worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, I actually really prefer that.
feel
That's
like-
nice.
Just gonna wait for cars to go by. Ottawa's on fire right now.
Yeah,
The city is burning.
Buddy's
around
just
us.
dropping heat around the city. Yeah.
I don't know what I was gonna say. Fuck.
Hate when that happens.
Right? God damn it.
It'll come back like an hour later when it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's gone forever.
It's gone. We'll wrap things up here though. How you guys feeling going into your show tonight?
Great. We had a nice little debrief this morning for the team.
Chit chat. Go over things.
Go over things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure out logistics. Figure out. Yeah.
Get the pucks down low, elbows up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Keep fighting.
Aim top cheddar. You know, just fucking dangle sauce wheel. You know. That's it, boys.
That's probably one of your more accurate impressions.
The hockey ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because like I don't know if it's just because like you grow up around it. It's just
I
like
did.
holy fuck.
It's the most backhanded compliment.
I know.
Is it? That one, like, the most accurate of them. Yeah, that was the other one's like,
Yeah, that's what. It's all right. Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that. Obviously, the Gary one's super accurate. I just said earlier the Italian one was super accurate.
yo, you're like pretty good guy. Like,
Yo, you're not bad. You're not bad. No, it's not bad, bro.
Our favorite compliment is like, you're actually pretty good. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Honestly, I didn't expect it, but this is pretty funny.
Yeah.
We get that a lot.
this was surprisingly worth the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when someone listens to the show, I'm like, I actually kind of liked your podcast, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
This actually didn't make me want to kill myself. This was great.
And we'll end it on that note. Thanks for coming on the show, guys. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank
Thanks
you
for
very
coming by
much.
the studio.
Of course.
Good luck on the rest of the tour.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Any final thoughts you guys want to let the people know?
No, thank you guys for having us. We really appreciate it, and I wish you guys all the best on your endeavors and
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Man.
All right.
Go catch these guys on tour, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
If their show's not already sold out.
they're all sold out except for Montreal second show.
Yeah.
And
So if you're in Montreal during the second show, go see them.
that's it. Yeah,
It's your only chance.
Backpages. Shout out Backpages. Okay.
Follow me on
Yeah, follow men, keep men informed. And,
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.